Storm Tracker 7 weather is presented by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Good Tuesday evening to you, Storm Tracker 7 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Booth here. Well, we got those temperatures coming in at 66 right now in Wheeling. We are in the mid to upper 60s across the area. A couple of 50s spattered in here and there. Going to be dropping down most of us into the upper 50s and low to mid 60s. It's a little clear out there, a little hazy too, and as a result, looks like we are going to be dealing with a nice evening. Should see some starlight, but it might be a little filtered out by some of that haze out there. You can see as we take a look out there right now at the wind speed, those winds have been backing off. They're coming out of the south though somewhat, so basically pumping in that warm air that we had earlier today, and we had the warmest day we've seen in a while. In fact, today was the first day in over 2 weeks we've had a day with temperatures that were actually above the average high for this time of year. Was hazy though. That's thanks to those Canadian wildfires. Basically smoke from the wildfires getting sucked into the back end of a system, getting kind of thrown up into the atmosphere, and that is giving us, well, some pretty conditions with the sky. We started off not too bad, but we did watch that haze kind of fill in our area throughout the day, but still the worst of it well off to the northwest. And while it still was well off to the northwest this evening, we did have a very nice sunset as a result. And actually I got a shot of that out at Heritage Point. You can see the park out there. Beautiful stuff out there earlier today. We have that haze in the sky, and what that does is it refracts, it scatters out the light, gives us one heck of a sunset. So look for one of those tomorrow as well, because we're still going to have some haze out there. Your satellite and your radar imagery, well, not looking too bad out there. We're dry, and as we take a look at the bigger picture, dry across the area. You can see we do have a little rain off to the northwest. Actually, there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in a second, but we have high pressure sitting on top of us, which is why we just don't have any cloud cover around. Because we're getting what's known as the return flow, we're on the backside of it. Our winds have shifted a little bit to the south. That's pumping in that warmer air. We're really going to feel it tomorrow, but we've got something known as the ring of fire. It's actually contributing to that, our areas, because we've got storm formation that is really forming along the outer edges of stable air. That's what we have sitting on top of us. So because it's so stable on top of us, we don't get a whole lot, but on the periphery of that, you see the storm track basically fire up showers and storms in that dome of high pressure that's very strong on top of us. It is giving us beautiful weather, but it's also keeping some of those storm systems at bay and kind of giving them out to the west of us kind of a recurring pattern. It's going to break though later this week with some PM storms arriving on Thursday, even a few storms off and on through Friday. And with that, tonight we had that storm potential out to the west of us. And again, because we have the stable air where we are, we're kind of keeping all that action out to the west. But again, we'll watch that pattern break by the time we get to Thursday into Friday. Tonight you can see dropping down into the upper 50s, low 60s. We have a couple of clouds possibly late. By lunchtime, we're still looking pretty good. Into the afternoon, going to be dealing with mainly clear skies. Kind of hazy out there, though, so just kind of keep that in mind. Looking at a high of 88 tomorrow. It's going to be warm out there, a little muggier than it was today. We're talking about a few spotty showers out there late in the day on Thursday, a high of 84. And then we keep some showers, a few storms around at times through the day on Friday, so we'll be tracking that. And then a couple of showers linger. We're a little cooler Friday, even cooler on Saturday, and even breezier as this system departs and kind of brings in some slightly cooler air out behind it. 77 on Saturday, 78 on Sunday. Chance for a few late day showers on Monday, and then we'll be drier on Tuesday with a high of 78.